Brad Williams, XL Prime, we're going to look at finding the max and min value of a range of data. And we're going to use the index function with match. The question we're going to deal with is we're trying to find the max and the minimum. How do we incorporate max and min with index match? The question lies in index. Index just grabs a row and column, leaving us with, we're going to put max or min somewhere combined with match. So how do we do that? Do we precede match with max, or do we incorporate max within match? Does max go inside of match or outside of match? We're looking for what with index? We're looking for row. Now, if we put max in front of match, how are we going to find a row? We're going to find the max row? No. We're trying to find the max value. Therefore, we're going to put max inside of match as shown here. Keep in mind, what are we trying to do? We're just trying to find the maximum value in a range. We have a range, and the output will be month. Here is the formula. Here's the anatomy. Anytime you deal with index match, just look here. Go into here, go, where's the array? Well, the array is production month 346. Production month name range is B5 to B16. Row number, match, max, production output. Go into match and go lookup array. Let's look at match. Lookup value, max, production output. All we're doing is saying, give me the maximum number in this list. Lookup array, it's going to be the same. Find me the max in the production output. Our match type, 0. We're looking for the row. So essentially, we're going to go up here and go, well, it's row 1. In order to do that, you have to get your ducks lined up to make sure that they are correct. It looks complicated. The logic is pretty straightforward once you work it out. The lookup value, always think of what you're trying to accomplish. You need a row. So you know you're going to have to find a lookup value. This list of information. How do I get the max? Well, you put max within the production output. Next argument is lookup array. I'm looking for a max number. Where? In the lookup array. And then the match type is going to be your choice. 0 is an exact match. Then it's simple. Index is just going to go, all right, the array, I'm looking for a month. You're going to have to identify your output. Your output is whatever you put in your array. Your row number, we just discussed it, and there's no column. That's it. Min's going to be the same thing. You're just going to put min in place of max. Are there other ways to do this? Of course. Here, we're going to use XLOOKUP. The same question begs, go down here. XLOOKUP says, give me the lookup value. What's the lookup value? Well, we're looking up the same thing we did in index match. Within match, we're looking for production. Forget about max. Don't worry about that right now. We're looking up this information, and it just happens to be called production output. Simple. If you don't like the name range, change the name range, or just use cell reference, and then put a max within this nest. Within this expression, just include the max or the min. What do we do next with XLOOKUP? Our lookup array. Well, it's the same thing as index match. Match is going to ask the same thing. The return array, this is a bit different. It's the same as index, but it wasn't production month. The array, here's your return array. Excel rearranged things a little bit. And everything else is voluntary. If not found, well, you don't need it. Match mode, don't need it. Search mode automatically defaults to exact. That's it. We can also just change this to min. If you need to delve into this a little bit deeper, the write-up is straightforward. We haven't worked too terribly deep into XLOOKUP yet. That's the newer tool. That's pretty much taken away. It's replaced VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP and index match to a point. If you're old school, you're probably going to stick with VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP and index match for a while. The newer generation, you guys are going to use this XLOOKUP. It is the Ferrari. Everything else is a Volkswagen. I'm going to encourage you to go for the XLOOKUP and just knock the world sideways with this. Here is a homework puzzle. Why does lookup not produce the correct results? Following the same approach as index match. Think about it, go through it, and see where the error is, and let me know. Brad Williams, Excel Primed.